Hello everybody, it's Gamer Atlas, and today we are going to play Foundation. I've been playing a lot of Construction Simulator, but this game recently had a pretty big update. It's been in early access for a while now. This is update 1.9. Currently the game is in a public playtest stage, so you can go ahead and play this if you just change your Steam settings to allow beta. You will get the 1.9 public playtest. But anyways, they've had a lot of small changes. Really with this update, the biggest thing, there's some changes to monuments and monasteries, but the biggest thing is progression. They've completely redone the progression system. And so I don't even know what that looks like. So excited to see what that means. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I am going to pick a coastal map this time. Just because I have all my mods disabled, right? Yeah, just because I want to have early access to fish as a resource. And if you played this game before, and this is the tutorial, I'm actually going to go ahead and engage the tutorial, because I think I might need some help with the new progression system. I don't know. Let's see. So anyways, you have to pick your first territory. Yes, correct. I will purchase a new territory. We want to make sure that our territory is not too far from the water, because once you pick a starting territory, you can only expand to neighboring territories. And as you can see, they're kind of a weird shape, octagon or whatever. Is that a pentagon or octagon? How many sides we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's see. This looks like a good area right here by the beach. Let's do it. A lot of trees. Actually, a lot of trees are not great when you're first starting out because you got to chop them all down in order for there to be usable building area. Anyways, the very first thing we are going to want to do is place our village center. And I usually like to have my village center somewhat away from my stone and food source, which would be these berries and stone, and away from where I want to put my lumber camps and things like that. So just like planning this out in my head, I think this territory over here is going to be a good territory for residential. We got a really nice space to put a church up on the hill. One of the best parts about this game is the territory, or the landscape. You really have to work with it. So when you have high hills, like in a lot of games, that's a disadvantage because it's very hard to build roads up there and everything else. But in this game, you can just kind of build willy-nilly. We can put a gorgeous church or a monastery or whatever we want up on that hill, and put up our city hall up on another hill, or our manor estate, or whatever it's called in this game. But in the beginning, you just start with one little territory. So if this is going to be my residential and whatnot, I'm probably going to want to put my village center somewhere over here. I'm just going to guess. I'm kind of liking it better actually right here. It's a little bit too close to these, but I'll get over it. So I'm just going to go here. All right, and then we get our starting citizens. And at this point, you might be stuck if you just went on and tried to build some other things, as I've done in this game before, because the very first thing you need to put down is a builder's workshop before you can build anything. Although it looks like we're locked into this dumb tutorial now. Place a builder's workshop, there we go. Exactly as I was saying. Maybe we should have skipped the tutorial. We're gonna put it, I like it near my town center. So in this case, I'm going to put it a little bit further away. I'm going to put it over here, just because I'll have like a lot of industrial buildings over towards these berries and stones, like a stone mason, etc. And then you actually need to assign people to work there before you can build anything else. So hopefully the tutorial is not going to lock me down too much. I'm going to have to disable it somehow. I mean, it's generally going to make me do things in the same order I would do them anyway. So now for our lumber camp, the area that you see around it, the red circle, that is not its area of work. So for example, if you put it here, this circle is not telling you that I can only cut down these trees and not these ones over here. This red circle is telling you people don't like to live near this, and that is its negative circle of influence on residential areas. So as I was telling you, right, we're going to build our residential over here, so we're going to put this as far away as possible. Either over here, because we're also going to have other things over here that affect residential negatively, so maybe we should just keep them all in the same general area. And I want it over here because it's a little bit too close to where my housing is going to be. So I still think I'm going to put it back here. Go ahead and get that going. And in this game, you also have to mark areas for extraction. So if we were to just leave it at that and assign people to work there, they wouldn't do anything because we don't have any extraction areas. So you have to paint areas that you want them to extract with the blue brush. You can also paint forbidden land if you don't want them going, wandering into certain areas. And it's actually really cool because, in this game, it's all about beauty. Like if you're building a giant church up on the hill, you don't want your woodcutters to chop down all those pretty trees around it. You're going for a certain aesthetic. So in this case, if you don't paint the tree blue, it never gets chopped down. So the first area we're going to paint blue is going to be over here because I want to get rid of these trees first because I want this area to build. And in order to do that, I'm going to paint this area blue, let them chop that down first. And then when they're done with all those trees, I'll erase this destruction area and paint a new one for the other trees that I don't really care how long it takes them to chop up, if that makes sense. It's really the only way to tell them to prioritize one thing over the other. Otherwise, they will always go for the trees closest to the camp. So in this case, they're going to start chopping down these first if I were to paint this whole area for extraction. But I want them to take down these over here first. And you'll notice they make their own cute little roads when they walk around, and got you to go quite far to get around this thick forest. I didn't realize that when I built it, but we'll eventually, knock these trees down. Maybe we'll prioritize that too. Just knocking down some of these so that they can walk straight through here. She had to go outside of my territory to get it, and they can do that. They can wander outside your territory. You just can't live and you can't build outside of your territory, obviously. So let's see. The next part of this is done. So we need to assign our people. We're going to put 3 in because you need a lot of wood right at the beginning. Okay, now it's telling me we should gather food, which is usually the next thing I do. So we're going to want to put down right near these berries. We're going to want to put down some of these foraging huts. And those take wood, so that's why you do the lumber camp first. So thirsty. And then now we also have access to the Reforestation Zone if we build a special building. What's it called? Forester camp. And then we can replant trees. So usually what I like to do is, in your first starting area, you're going to want to cut down most of the trees because you're going to need the space. And you're also going to need some areas that are somewhat flat and free of trees to farm in. So keep that in mind. Usually I like to, once I expand to my second territory, I just like to zone a little section off. So like, for example, this territory here, it's probably going to have let's see if we can show it. Yeah, you see how it almost perfectly lines up with this hill. So really we get to just section off this little area, this little cove, put a forester and a woodcutter over here, and just have them constantly, chopping down and replanting trees in just this area. And then we kind of have unlimited wood. And then we can take down any of the trees we want in order to make space to build because we have our wood supply kind of going on over here. That's usually what I like to do. You need a somewhat large area. This would probably be a big enough area to give the trees enough time to grow up and be chopped down before the area kind of becomes bare and your people have nothing to do. So we'll continue for that strategy. Right now we're just going along, getting our wood. We do have our forager built here. So you can also click this book tab. This is a good place to see if you have, like, how many people you have unemployed and what their various jobs are. So, I'm about to assign 3 people to this forager. That's only going to leave me 1 person without a job. So I do need to be careful about that because I might need more than 1 person. But for now, we'll put 3 people. And when you assign them to the foraging job, they get these cute little outfits with the little straw hats. So cute. Let's see what the tutorial's making us do. Produce berries, which is the same thing we're doing. And the next thing we'll probably go for is stone. Oh, no resource to extract. That's a nice little error up here. I don't remember that. Because you might forget that you have to actually paint this extraction zone over the berries, or they will not pick them. I can't tell you how many times when I first started playing this game, I just sat here and I'm like, why are you not picking the berries? And yeah, it was my fault. That's why I really like this game. Its mechanisms are somewhat different from a lot of the other games that are like it. And I like that. I like, varying gameplay, not doing the same thing, just another game. Let's see. New advice. Okay. Accumulating food is what we're doing. So we need to build a granary. So the granary is where they store food. Raw food, cooked food, luxurious food, any food. So we always want to keep it relatively not too far from our housing and stuff because our market stall workers are going to have to come here to pick up food to sell in the market. So we don't want it to be too far away. But we also don't want it to be in the way. Did they change it so now you can build over trees without chopping them down? Or maybe it was always like that, but with farms specifically, it might do it for the farm building, but it didn't do it for the field. I'm just gonna put it right here. And this actually takes 5 stone, which we don't have, because we're not even getting stone yet. So we will also need to build a stone cutter's camp. And this just needs to be somewhere near this stone. Doesn't have to be right next to it. I'm also going to be aware of its circle of influence. But at the same time, we don't want them to have to walk far to get from the stones to this. So we'll just go with it right here. This game is very beautiful in its own way. Not in the same way as like Construction Simulator 2022, which we've been playing a lot of on the channel, but in its own little semi-cartoonish way. It's very beautiful. Very peaceful too. Although there's combat in the game. It's not traditional combat like you would think of in a game under development, right? Like right now, like Manor Lords or any of those. It's a somewhat simplistic combat system, but you never know. It may get more complex in the future. And they also may have changed it since I played. I have no clue. Might just be talking out of my ass here as usual. All right, we got our berries going. How did you get assigned to work there? I didn't assign anybody to work there. Oh, that's just the builder building it. Duh. Okay. We are going to need somebody to work at the stonecutter's camp, at least 1 person, and somebody at the transporter. So we're already out of employees. We're probably going to unassign one of the builders. You can do that one of 2 ways. Under the book tab, you can just go and change them to a different job. However, you cannot change them to unemployed. So if you want to fire them, you have a few options. But usually I just go to the workshop, the place that they work, and come on here and just cancel it. Or just generally take away whoever, 1 person. I don't care who it is, just like that. And they'll complete their shift, and then they did change this a little bit too. It actually shows the unemployed workers here. That's nice. Wow, I'm so happy to see such small little quality of life things come into the game. So we'll just be 1 builder short for now, until we get some more people. And I can't even paint residential areas yet, so we'll talk about that when the game lets me. Right now we need to build a granary. Assign berries to a granary. Okay. We only have 34 berries. Okay, this is done. I'm going to assign one person to this just to start getting stone. Actually, we'll do 2 just to accumulate a little bit of stone. Then I'll fire one and move them to this building once it's completed. So when your villagers are not engaged in work, as you can see, they just kind of congregate at the village square until you start building housing. And then they obviously congregate in their homes. They never sleep. Poor little guys. Not quite as cute as the little, what do they call them, nuggets in the Universe Sim, which probably going to get back into that pretty soon too. They've had a few updates. I played after the last one where they introduced like the moon and all that, and that was pretty cool. I want to get back in that. All right, getting a little bit of stone. You can go ahead and speed it up a little bit. Maybe even more than that. So once we get this granary up, we'll be in a good position. And eventually you're going to have like maybe 3 of these gathering hunts around this single source of berries, just so you can pick them quick once you start getting a lot of people to feed. Done some slight changes just to the UI general appearance, which I'm really liking as well. Devs did a really good job on this game. Seems like they thought about most things. I mean, these are pretty much the only types of games I play, so I notice it right away when the details are ignored or just kind of subpar. I love the building mechanics in this game too, or the building animation. How it does it in stages. More and more games are starting to do this, and it's 1,000 times better than just plopping a building down, in my opinion. One of the ones that was like one of the first to do really detailed animations was a game that's not even out yet. It's been in early access for I feel like 2 years. It's Ostriv. And the building animations in that are just so great. Just the mechanics and the way they haul logs to the site, one at a time and put them up one at a time. It's just crazy to watch. Which is probably like why I like Construction Simulator, because I get to do all that myself. If you haven't watched any of my Construction Simulator streams, check them out. We just started playing multiplayer. And on the next episode, we'll be starting to build a $2.6 million hotel. It's going to be really fun. I mean, there's elevator shafts and prefabricated walls and furniture and everything, and we have to do it all. And I'm going to do it with Moo. And we'll be putting out that episode, hopefully, shortly after you're watching this. All right, we got our granary up. I'm going to slow down time again before I forget about it. So when you have a granary, you also have to, it doesn't do anything. Right now, if we just, similar to the logging camp, if we left it at that, nothing would happen, even if we hired somebody. Because you actually have to assign a resource. And if you do not assign a resource, they will not put it here. And you can see we can only hold 4 different types of resources. You have to put something into a granary like this if you want to buy or sell it. So if you wanted to, now we currently have berries. If you wanted to sell berries, we'd have to assign berries. But even if we didn't have berries and we wanted to buy berries, we would have to assign the resource here before putting in the sales order, because the sales or the trader has to have somewhere to put it, if that makes any sense. So we will go ahead and it only shows you what resources we currently have that can fit in this building, and as you can see, we only have berries. So we'll just go ahead and sign berries, and then we need a transporter, but I think all of my people are currently employed. So I'm going to take one of these stone cutters, and from this menu, I'm just going to reassign her to a transporter. And she will leave that workplace, and she will go start working in the new workplace by herself. Oh, this is new. Yeah, unable to find a house yet. Nobody has a house. Stop complaining. And you'll see she's not showing on this list. It still shows 0 out of 4. But as soon as she reports to work for the first time, that will update and show that she is assigned here. So we'll just wait for that to happen. There we go. She is now working there. And as you can see, she has placed berries into little baskets. Perfect. So now we are collecting berries. We already have 62. And now we get to build our residential. So similar to the extraction, residential is just painting a zone. And the builders will not build the houses themselves, but they will start the houses themselves, and then your builders actually have to complete the job. So, you know, you're going to get tons of people right at the beginning trying to build houses, and they're just going to look like empty lots forever because you just, unless you have 10 people assigned to the builder, which you can't, you can only have 3 people assigned to the builder. So, and the overlay you are seeing, as I told you, they don't like to be around these types of buildings, right? So it's red over here, and it's red over here. So you want to put it somewhere where it's not red, and when you start placing down market stalls and stuff, you'll start seeing bright green zones around wells and market zones and areas where people want to live. So it's just generally how it works. We are going to paint some residential kind of right around our town center, all the way up in here. We're just going to make all of this residential so they don't complain that they don't have space. There we go. And the last thing is to buy a new territory. And we really need to think about that. I do want to start inching close to the water so we can get fish. And it looks like if I buy this territory, we will have some space for fish. But I also want an area to do sustainable logging. I think for right now we're okay with logging because like we need to chop down all of this shit. So I'm going to go for this territory. And we got that one for free included with the tutorial. But now they'll start costing. You'll see 250 coins for the next one after that. And 10 coins a week, which is very important. Because if you don't have income of 10 coins a week, you're going to go broke pretty quick. All right, so now we got our new territory. Let's see, what's next on this? Oh, they want a well and a market. Okay. It's going to do that anyway, so booyah. And you'll notice this has a green circle, a positive influence on nearby residential. So we're going to put our market and our well kind of right here. We're not going to put them right in our town square. We're going to put them over here with where it's always already a pretty high land value, and we're just going to enhance that land value. And you'll notice they're already starting to, like I said, put down their little markers where their house is going to be. But as you can see, they don't build it themselves. They just chill there, standing there inside of their not yet house when they're not working. I'm just going to stand here all day and look at my house while it hasn't even been started yet. Kind of like me when I built a house, actually. Probably came and visited it every day, even though 90% of the time it didn't change for days and days on end. But it was still fun. Okay, we also are going to need a market stall, and we're going to need somebody to work in that market stall, which pretty much out of employees. Now, with the market stall, you notice I clicked on it, and then you might be wondering, well, where the hell is it, right? Like, where's that little bench? Like, what is this? Why am I building a little fucking post? Are people going to buy one berry at a time from on top of the post? No. Think of this as setting your general market area, because in this game, every building sort of has sub pieces that can be modified and customized. And so like, for example, with this, there are different types of stalls you can put at your market and different decorations and things, but it needs to be all anchored to sort of like one central point. And it doesn't have to be exactly central, but this is going to be the basis for where our market area is going to be. So we put the well right there. I want my market in this general area right here. So, oh, so this is new. Now we can free build our market stalls or build a court. Oh, okay. Not like building from a template. Well, we're going to need just the one for now because all we have is berries. So we can go ahead and start selling berries to people. Kind of like to think about how I'm going to have the market laid out because I like it to be aesthetically pleasing. I mean, I'm not crazy like some of the people on they play these games and they get super, super detailed and spend hours and hours and hours on it. But I like it to look somewhat aesthetically pleasing. That's weird. It's like, is it in the ground? Hmm. Hmm. I don't want it to be in the ground, obviously. Left click and drag on vertical arrows to rescale your part vertically. Can't really do that. As soon as I put it down, those arrows go away. So how am I supposed to have snap on? Let's try a few things. Just 1 second while I figure this out. I'm gonna be right back. Okay, I don't really think there's a way to do it. We're just gonna let him build it like this and see what happens for now. Oh yeah, we got our first houses done. Look at that. And we still don't have anybody who's unemployed. I think it's a problem that my people have to come all the way down through this road to like transport wood. Soon they'll be able to come through here, but still. Speed it up a little bit. Waiting for them to finish the well in the market. Quite a few berries in storage, that's good. Oh, look at that. You can toggle tracking to see where all of these are if you're wondering, hey, it says I have 200 of these. Where the hell are they? There you go. So yeah, this well is not building because they're essentially waiting for a woodcutter to chop down the tree. And so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to build a temporary lumber camp over here. I'm going to sub labor camp. Just temporary to get rid of these trees. We'll prioritize that. finish the market. And we actually need to tell the market what to sell, so we're going to select berries. And then we need somebody working there before anything will get sold. So, you know what? I have a lot of berries. I'm going to fire one lady. And assign her to the market so we can start making some gold. That's the only way you make gold is by selling stuff to your people. So the more market stalls you have, the more money you're going to make. Obviously, you don't want multiple with the same item, but you want a diversity of different items: fish, berries, whatever. Bread, clothes. Some items are regular items, some items are considered luxury items. We obviously won't get into the luxury items for quite some time. We got a nice little village going. Okay, so I got this one done over here. I'm gonna go ahead and fire one person from this one and hire them here. And this is almost done. It just needs a worker to come in, do the labor. All the items are here. I also see this new progression level up here. Interesting. Sort of like a scoring system for pretty much every aspect of the game. So beautification and splendor does matter. So those big gaudy churches, yeah, they help. A lot of points towards your splendor. Encouraging immigration. Raise the happiness of your village to 100. Well, the only thing I can do for that is wait, because now they have access to water and a market, so it should go up pretty quick. 70%. I don't know how to give them more comfort. It's already up to 80. Maybe because they don't have houses, so that'll probably start to alleviate as they all get their own house. And we're going to allow them to kind of, I don't want them to really live here because that's where we're going to build the market. So we'll erase that by right-clicking. But we'll let them live over in this area. And of course, right in here, which is super close to that market area, and they'll love it. The only time you know, like occasionally you'll get an alert that there's not enough housing, and that means you need to zone more space. Sometimes you zone space, you think they can build there, but it's too small, or for whatever reason, they just don't build there. So you always have to have plenty of leftover residential zoning. I'm having problems talking today, I don't know why. So, we're at 83%. 2 more houses need to be built out here. We got plenty of wood and everything. Honestly, they're just waiting for log cutters to come and clear the trees enough so they can build the house. And we desperately need more people because we have so many jobs that are not filled. These people still don't have a house. We sold anything yet? 3 consumed this week. But we don't get money for this anymore? We got 10 in stock. I don't know. Used to get gold for everything sold. But now it just appears we're getting happiness, and that's it. I don't see any indication that we're making any money from those sales whatsoever. And I think I remember reading that about the change in system is now your main source of income, whereas it used to be selling to the villagers, is now taxation. And you need a taxation office to start collecting. So we're just going to have to follow the tutorial. You need a happiness of 100, which means every single person needs to have a home. So we're just going to speed it up. Actually, we're at the maximum speed right now. Okay, well, we're just going to wait. If I had more people, I could just sign a few more people as builders, and this might happen a lot quicker, but I don't. All of our people are employed. We do have quite a lot of berries. I might be able to spare one more person off of the berries. But then I'll have to keep a real close eye on it. Oh, look, now we get a monthly report. This is new. Yeah, all bad, I see that. Hammering noises are interesting. No, it's this bitch chopping down a tree. We're gonna need to clear all this out too if we want to do fishing. I'm actually gonna leave the trees in here since it's gonna be residential. Because I kind of like how they... Oh, wrong one. I like how they kind of build around the trees in some cases and leave some of them up in their yards, for example. It's kind of neat. So I'm going to just do that. Okay, new advice can be heard. We got to the 100%. Establish a trade route. Start with planks. Oh, I can skip this area. We'll go ahead and do it. It's the next thing I would have did anyway. So basically we just need a sawmill to process the wood into planks, and you usually want it right next to a lumber camp. But we are going to need some new people, and it looks like we got our first audience. Now, I don't really know how to do this. I think you just click on them? What, now they became a villager? I don't understand. Guess you have to click them, but you don't get any confirmation window or anything. Yeah, now we have 12 people. I'm going to go ahead and build our sawmill over here near our lumber camp. And I'm probably going to... We're just kind of doing this temporarily. I eventually want to have all of my lumber right over here. But I can't wait that long. Let's see. 250 coins and 10 coins a week. So it would be a bad business decision to expand at this point. Oh, that's really close to the market, bitch. Gonna hamper my ability to expand it. Newcomer approaching your village. Yeah, I wish it gave you like a pop-up like, hey, so-and-so wants to visit or wants to join your village, yes or no. Oh, he's far away, huh? Next thing we're going to want to build is a warehouse so that we have somewhere to store the planks, because you can't store them at the granary. You need a warehouse. And maybe I don't have access to it yet. Oh, I have to acquire it in the Progress tab. Oh, I see. This is where all your workplaces are now. So you can see how many people are assigned. So it looks like, oh, I see. I thought these were just what I've already unlocked, but you actually have to click to pay to unlock it. There's the bailiff. We need that. We definitely need a warehouse, so. I'll talk about the bailiff in a minute. So this, I would really like to put like right here, but we don't own that territory, dang it. Put it right here. Dang it. I know, I'm that person that always yells at streamers when they're like nitpicky and take forever to do something, and then I do it myself. I know, I'm a hypocrite. I'm just gonna click on these two guys, and now we suddenly have 14 people. Perfect. So we have 4 unemployed. So we're gonna go to this tab, and we're gonna give 1 more person to the builders because we got lots of shit to build. And we're gonna do 1 more person to woodcutter number 3. No, 1. Woodcutter number 1. And we'll get another person on stone. That only leaves us with 1 unemployed person. And we're going to need somebody for the sawmill and the warehouse. But we'll deal with that when they're done being built. Yeah, we have this game on 3 times speed. It goes by pretty quick. Huh. Construction resource missing. Oh, planks. So I need planks for the warehouse. The sawmill actually needs to be built first. Prioritize that. All the required materials are here. We just need a builder. What you'll find if you have workplaces really, really far from your houses, in this case, it's not that far, but they have to walk all the way around. By the time they get to your place, by the time you get to a place of work, it's like their shift's over and they just turn around and go home. Had that happen on many occasions. I'm gonna clear out these trees too because actually I'm probably just gonna go ahead and have all of these around here cleared. We're gonna need lots of wood for that sawmill we're building right here. Oh, another new villager already. Look at that. You know, I want to see if we can start. It mentioned a trade route. I would like to see if we can get that set up. I don't remember exactly how to do it. See anything about trading? Oh, I have to unlock a trade route. That's right. So to unlock the very first trade route, you need 20 planks. So we're working on it. And it will buy your berries. They will buy excess stone, which is good to know. Planks, herbs, which we don't have obviously, and wine, which we don't have. And they will also sell us fish if we get in a pinch. And then the next level, you got more expensive goods, obviously. So really the only items you can sell in the game are these, and these. So if it's not on that list, forget about it. You can't sell it. Yeah, weapons, tools, bread, jewelry, everything we already read over here. Fish eventually, not in the early game. Clothes, honey, barrels, and candles. Those are the only items you can sell in the game to other cities to actually make a profit off of. So if you're looking for something to get in business doing, make sure it's on that list, man, before you even start. So for a while, it's really going to be just berries and stone that we're going to be able to sell to get some more money in a pinch. And we can't even sell, we have a lot of stone, but we can't even sell it until our workhouse is done, because remember, we have to assign an item slot, and we can't do that at our granary in order to sell something. Which means we need to get this guy up first. And it's taken a long time, because I have a feeling by the time they get here, like I said, they turn around and go home. Let's see how long this guy works on this. Oh, he's not even the constructor guy, he's a little woodcutter. Where are you? Here she comes. See, she took 3 hammer hits and then she went home. Fired, bitch, fired. And I don't know why they don't make a new route now that I've chopped down some of these other trees. Maybe I should put a route like literally right through the middle, like from here to there, so they can get from the residential area over there. And so there's no way to actually build a road. You have to just let them do it. And if you don't like it, well, too bad. Okay, we're cutting down quite a few trees over here. Do we have anybody unemployed? 2 people. I'm gonna go ahead and get them at the woodcutter's camp, because now I know I can sell that. I'm sorry, not woodcutter, the stone cutter. Or maybe they were only buying polished stone. That's probably what it is, yeah. So actually, I'm not even making polished stone yet, just the raw product. Generally, I find that you don't want a lot of people assigned to this, because then you just end up with a lot of stone and you can't process it fast enough, so I'm just gonna take that person off there again. And see if we got something else they can do. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna need carpenters to make planks. So let's go ahead and assign our 2 unemployed people to that. And like the other people, they're probably gonna get here and work for 1 second and then leave. Okay, great. Speed it back up so we get some planks. That's probably why it took them so long to chop trees, because it's just the distance from their homes. Oh, here's some more people coming. Yep, we'll take you. I don't care who you are. Got plenty of food, so really no downside. Eventually, you will be a taxable human. Um, can we build the bailiff yet? I think I unlocked it, right? Well, I swore that I did. Yeah. Oh, so I can just select somebody the bailiff, but I don't have an office yet. I got it. So you are very new to our settlement, sir, but you are a new bailiff. No, I can't. Hmm. Sure, I'm doing something wrong. Hmm. That's weird. Oops. I actually didn't mean to do that, but whatever. I thought your bailiff's office was attached to your Lord Manor, which is like one of the first buildings you can actually customize and stuff when you're building it. I think it's kind of locked down until we complete this warehouse. And we are making planks now. We have one. Let's use that fancy tool to track it. That's cool. Sure, we'll take you. All right, warehouse is done, so let's assign planks. The other thing I'd like to keep here is stone, because we have really nowhere to keep it at the moment. And tools, because we're eventually going to need to buy more, so we need a slot if we're going to buy it, right? And we'll also just put excess wood in here. And look at that, just like that, our warehouse is now full and cannot accept any additional goods. We're going to put 2 people on this one, because it's a lot of stuff to do. And we have 2 unemployed people. And now the next thing we need to do is unlock a trade route, which requires planks, so we'll just need to stock up some. And as you can see, they started putting stuff in here, stone. You can actually see what it is. There's the logs. Running low on money. Wow, there's no shortage of people wanting to come here. Before you know it, they're going to be out of space. Just because I don't have anybody right now that's unemployed, I will go ahead and take this next person, but I might not take too many more after that. We'll see. So in order to unlock that trade route, I always forget where it is. I need 20. One more. Oh, there we go. Now we can sell berries. So let's set up our trade now. Berries. We want to sell anything above 100. Actually, let's do 50 because we don't have that many people right now. And it's that easy. And it wants me to also sell planks as part of the tutorial. Put that limit at 20. Oh, here's our manor house finally. Now this one, like I said, this is your first customizable building. Like the market, it starts with nothing but a post. And then you're going to build everything around that. This is your main residence, so I like building it in a place of stature, such as up here on the hill, Really like to put it up here, but we obviously don't have that territory yet. I think we're just going to go ahead and put it close to the town square, like right here. Why not? Let me live amongst my people. So we're going to start with the Great Hall. And one cool thing I will show you, let me get this in the right position. Oh, I just noticed this has a green area of influence. I think that's new. Once you get this how you like it, you can now also make it taller if you want. So this is, where you can really play with the aesthetics, for example, of how this looks. I want it to snap. So we can snap the door right there. This might be a little too tall. Very intimidating. And I need to have an interactive location. This is new. This tells your people where to wait, or the people who request an audience with you where to wait until you accept them. So I want to do this, but I also want to add a bailiff's office. I guess I can do it after. Is that tall enough? Too tall? You need to be able to see the ocean, right? And the taller you make it, the more resources it consumes, so be mighty careful. We're going to do that. Why can I not select a mandate? This is new too. Oh yeah, this is you send your bailiff to scout mineral deposits. Oh, we'll wait for this to completely finish before we build our bailiff's office. Actually, I don't think we can even build the bailiff's office right now. I don't know what I did wrong. I did select a template instead of selecting free build. Maybe I should have just selected free build, but I thought in my head, well, maybe that means you have to place every item, like every wall and every roof, and I did not want to do that, so that's not my jam. Wow, look how close together they built these things, man. They're like right on top of each other. I like it though. It's like a very compact little village instead of them taking up half your tile with their houses. Okay, I need 18 planks to build this whole thing. Go ahead and speed it up again. See, if I would have bought another territory right about now, I'd be regretting it because I'm losing money fast. I really need that. I thought that bailiff was going to give me some taxes, but I guess not. We even unlock the tax office. There she is. I notice I'm completely out of tools, and I definitely need those, so we're going to need to set up a purchase order. Buy 15. Maybe we'll take on another person. Why not? Let's see where we can get you working. Take another transporter. And another carpenter. And for this labor camp, one more woodcutter. There we go. Everybody's got to work for their meal. you can see that if you design a huge church or a huge monastery, whatever, it takes them a long time to build. We have this at the highest speed it goes to, and it still takes a long time and a lot of resources. But you'll notice that our progression went up from 5 to 16 pretty quick. And that's because we have a trade route going now, we have some commerce going, we're about to have some splendor as soon as our estate is done, and maybe even some beautification. More newcomers on their way. I think she just has to finish the door. Oh yeah, it is done. Let's take a look at this. Tax office. We need that right away. No time to wait. You can do it as a tower, a hall, or a gallery. Tower's pretty cool. But you'd want it taller than your house, right? So that's what we're gonna do. And we'll make sure to assign a tax collector. I don't think you can do it till it's done though. We didn't get any splendor. Oh, I see. Can't be spending that kind of money right now. Need my tax office. All right, you can stay. Hey, tools. My goodness. I don't have any, so I have to wait for a trader. Looks like we did buy something from a trader. Yeah, about 10. They're already gone. Or they're not been, no, they would be in the right place. Oh yeah, they must have been in transit. They're over here now. Perfect. Just need some more planks. Speed her up. Somebody build this, please. Look at that. And I am Broke. Buying those tools. Hopefully, as soon as this is done, we'll have some income. Usually when I would play this before the updates, I would just rush to get goods up in the market, and that would be enough for you to survive. Not anymore. There we go. Let's get that tax collector working right away. You now have access to billing gives you splendor towards a specific estate. Raising your splendor towards an estate will increase your influence. Yeah, that's kind of similar to how it was before. Oh yeah, now we can see up here. Can I set my tax rate or anything, or? Can build the church now. Yeah, I don't want to do that. These are new village aspirations. I don't know much about it, so I'll go ahead and do the tutorial. Oh, they're optional. Okay. Track a village aspiration. Okay, how do I do that? Is it in here? Wish it would tell me how to do it. I swear I saw it somewhere, but I just really don't remember where. I have no idea. Just noticed this. Load old lady. Oh, that's cool. And I can actually just disable immigration altogether if I don't want any more people coming. Still can't figure out the aspiration though. Oh, it's right, literally right here. Y'all have probably been yelling at me the whole time. So which one do we want? There's already some we've blocked ourselves from doing. I think we're going to do build the Monastery church because it's a big project and I want to see it. Oh, got $100. Gonna need to build a bailiff's hall onto my estate here. Bailiff's office. And it's just an office, so you don't need much room. Put it at the base of our tower. Why not? Also put a door over here. Maybe like that. Yeah. I don't know if I like that. Maybe like that. I like that much better. I'm gonna go with that. These are just like endless ways that you can design things. There's a trader. We could start to get some polished stone. Could sell that too. Something tells me it's gonna have to be a lock through here, but I don't know. Just a guess. Yeah, stonemason's hut. So you need a 20 prosperity. We're at a 16. Not too bad. We're gonna need another territory. We're finally making profit. I think that's only because we got $100 from that quest. It says I've completed building a bailiff office, but I haven't. I can double check just by seeing that it's not on the job list yet. Oh my gosh, I needed to assign tax. I think I did. Yeah, I did. Here we go. To give him a weekly salary, damn. Alright, actually wants me to do a mandate. So let's gain influence with the clergy, just because that's our main sort of goal that I selected for us, is along the clergy path. So oh, now it says I haven't finished building the bailiff's office. It literally unchecked it, even though it was checked before. Okay, right now we have 3 unemployed people. I think I'm just going to go ahead and temporarily disable immigration until we get some more jobs for them to do. New advice. Yeah, I'm not going to do this. Just going to skip that. Yes, let's do this. Let's get polished stone. Increase taxation. Well, we definitely need that. I mean, we're almost broke. Optional, increase taxation. Well, how do you do that? Maybe it's in here. Taxes. Residential taxes. Oh, so right now I'm not charging any taxes. No wonder I'm still going broke. Hmm. I don't need that much money every month. Let's do this for now. 50 bucks a month. Reach a prosperity of 20. Manor House Splendor. I see. If I unlock this, I can get some splendor at my house. So let's go ahead and add something with some splendor. Here's the wall fountain they wanted me to cause, but it takes that polished stone, which we don't have yet. This takes regular stone. Chimney. One tool and regular stone. I'll go for that. Weather vane. Put it up on top of our tower. Look, we have somebody waiting for us, actually. Will this not snap up there? Well, I don't like that. Requires to be attached. Okay, well, you're not letting me attach it. That's weird. I don't have any cloth yet. To be attached to what? Used to be where you would just kind of just really doesn't want to work. You get this before it goes away. Yeah, let's just take it. How do I confirm the delivery? More importantly, how do I get this to snap? This will not work. This one will. I guess I just don't have the snap point needed for any of this stuff. I don't know what else to think. I can definitely do these. You know, they don't need to be attached anywhere. Yeah, whatever. Oh, now we don't even have enough money to do this. Can do one. Gosh, I'm still not getting any money from the tax office. Might have to tax the shit out of them for a while more. Sorry folks, my bad management leads to higher taxes for you. Ah, finally, we have a connector road. Thank goodness. I'm very upset that I unlocked this decorations package and I can't build this weather vane. Well, I give up. It's also possible it's a bug, I guess. Anyways, we're going to end today's episode here, and we will pick up the next time that I play Foundations. We'll pick up right from here and continue along, checking out the new progression system. And I'll catch you then. Thank you so much for watching.